Hello everyone, it's Deli here. That was a weird intro. Welcome to a brand new video. We are building an island living, which is the new pack from The Sims 4, which most of you guys probably know about, but if you don't, this is the latest expansion pack. Basically, it allows you to live on an island and live that beautiful, relaxing island lifestyle. So I already did a speed build on this pack. I'll link it down below. It is a modern speed build that I did. It was a modern, arguably a mansion, depending on what you think a mansion is. I mean, I thought it was like a pretty big, wealthy home on the water, so I call it a mansion. But you guys also wanted to see me do this traditional hut build. Now, this build I actually wasn't going to post because we're already using it in my Let's Play, but I got a lot of comments from you guys requesting this video to be posted, so we're gonna post it. I just want to warn you guys that because I didn't plan to post this recording, it may have a few pauses in it that I wouldn't usually have in videos, so if there are a few pauses, just sorry about that. But yeah, let's get into it. So basically I wanted to create like some huts that look like traditional islander Sulanese huts. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I wanted to use the new stilts because the new stilted foundation is really, really cool. And we're also, of course, using the brand new lot trait of living off the grid. So that basically means that you don't have access to electricity and plumbing like you do on other lots. However, in saying that, there are like a couple of toilets and a couple of showers that they say do work off the grid because basically just so you can look after your Sims needs, that is an option. So we will have a toilet and a shower in this that technically do work off the grid. However, we did discover during the Let's Play that this lot under the volcano in Sulani is really fantastic because there's a waterfall nearby and you can just go and shower in the waterfall. You can also just pee in the ocean if you want to. So you could entirely get rid of the shower and toilet in this and live fully off the grid. We're also, I think we're going to maybe in this have, I can't remember if I put a barbecue or maybe we had some form of campfire. In any case, if I didn't do it in this build, in the Let's Play, we did add a campfire from Outdoor Retreat Pack. And that campfire, you can actually roast the fish you've cooked on it, which I absolutely love. So that's kind of cool. In terms of the living off the grid lot trait from gameplay, I've realized that it is a little bit, there needs to be a few patches put in to fix it, which I'm sure the Sims will patch it because they're usually pretty good with the patches. But basically there's a couple of issues. The major one being that if you did use a toilet or if you did use a shower on this lot that is meant to work off the grid, once it gets to the stage of needing to be cleaned, you can't actually clean that item because you don't have access to plumbing. So they must have just completely forgotten to disable that. So basically you need to delete that object and put it back again so it's clean. Otherwise your Sims are going to be like unhappy because their surroundings are dirty. So that was kind of a little bit of an oopsie doopsie from the Sims. But the other thing is if your Sim has a high level handiness skill, I believe that they are going to be able to make the object clean itself. So you'll never have to clean it, which is kind of cool. So that's also another option to get around that. I've actually in the Let's Play, I think just deleted the shower. So we don't really have to worry about the shower anymore. It's just a toilet we have to replace now and then. And the other thing was the washing basket. I mean, not the washing basket, the washing basin thing from Laundry Day Stuff Pack. That actually is an item that doesn't work off the grid. So they need to patch it in that does work off the grid because, of course, it is meant to be like environmentally friendly instead of using the washing machine. So hopefully they patch that in as well. Cool. So basically the situation with these huts is the hut on the left is going to be a shared bedroom for the characters in my Let's Play. We have a dad, daughter, and brother, so daughter and son, and they do share the hut together as a bedroom, which I know in some cultures people will be like, oh, that's so weird. But in a lot of cultures, it's very normal for families to share a sleeping space, and there's nothing weird about that. So I thought it was fine in this Let's Play. The daughter does have a little screened off area for her bed because she is the only female. So she does have that little bit of privacy. And I'm also loving all of these all of the like bushes and landscaping items. I think this pack really, I've said this multiple times, but I think this pack is so beautiful. It really has such amazing build and buy objects and such a beautiful world. I love it so much. And while I have had a lot of criticism for what you can actually do in the pack in terms of gameplay, because there's not, I don't believe that there's a whole lot to do in the pack. They did aesthetically do a really good job. So I am loving building in this pack. And if I was purchasing the games myself, I am lucky enough to be given these games to review. But if it was like how I was a few years ago where I would save up and purchase this game, I would buy this game still because I just do love the world and the build and buy objects. So I know a lot of you guys have been asking if you still think it's worth it, in my opinion. I think if you like building and you like storytelling in a world and you're not just looking for new gameplay options, I think this still is a really beautiful pack. But I do find it very important to say when I think it's missing stuff. Because obviously we want to keep the Sims making packs that we're really, really happy to have. So yeah, that's why I sometimes gotta say my opinion. And I was looking for a chimney for these, but none of them really suited this hut look and feel. But that's all right. I think when you use this new roofing, that's kind of that thatched roofing, for modern builds, you can get away with using the base game chimneys, but for this one, I was like, yeah, better leave it out. So yeah, we also are using the bushes from The Sims 4 Get Together, which I like to call the poo-hoo bush, because you can go to the bathroom in these bushes, you can quote unquote fertilize these bushes, and then you can woohoo in these bushes. I mean, you don't have to like fertilize it and then woohoo. You can just woohoo in a clean bush, but why not poohoo? Because it's funny. Yeah. The flooring on the outside, I think, is from Jungle Adventure. That flooring's so handy for when you want to do more kind of rustic builds. There's also this new fencing that we're using from The Sims 4 Island Living, and that fencing is so awesome. I love it so much. I think it's really, really cool. The only thing is I really wish that they had added gates to match it and also some stair railing to match it as well. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't have the matching stair railing, especially because the other fence that does have matching stair railing and a gate isn't as versatile. So this one I would have been able to use it a lot more. And it was one of the first things I noticed while building was, oh, wait, I can't add a gate or stair railing for this. So you can see there that the stairs don't have railings right now. We are going to use the other Island Living stair railing in just a second, just so you're aware of that. Also, these are cute new little windows. They're gorgeous. And then we also have the beautiful big archways, which are really, really nice as well. Definitely nice to have big, wide archways. I think they look really, really good in this pack. We have some open windows as well. And I was struggling a little bit with placing the windows just because I made the walls, I think it was 3. What did I do? Were they some of them were by 3, so it wouldn't sit in the middle, something like that. A couple of fish traps there, which are very exciting. Apparently the fish traps, they take a little while to catch the fish, but once you start catching stuff, you get really good stuff. So I'm really excited for us to see how those work in the Let's Play as well. And we also have this awesome like cooking banquet style of fire pit, I suppose, or cooking pit, whatever you want to call it. And that's really, really lovely for cooking and feeling like you're living off the grid, you know? I've also in the Let's Play added the fireplace from Outdoor Retreat. Did I already tell you guys this? Wait, I can't remember if I already said this. I actually had to start this recording again because I got a phone call, so I might be repeating myself. Anyway, there is an Outdoor Retreat fire pit and you can cook fish on it. So that's also a really good little pro tip for if you are living off the grid to really feel like that you are. And I also love this awning over the fire pit too. I think that looks really, really nice. I mean, the cooking pit. These torches work off the grid. All of the lighting we're selecting is going to be working off the grid as well. None of the lighting uses electricity. It's all fire. or gas. Well, wait, they wouldn't really have access to gas probably. I mean, you could, if you didn't have it built into the building, you could have gas. Like a Trangia, one of those little cooking tops. And this is the daughter's little sealed off section I was telling you guys about. I don't know, I thought it was just kind of nice to kind of have the girl have her own little area. I thought it was sweet. I think I changed it slightly again there. I'm not sure if we keep it like this. Also, with the thumbnail, you're probably realizing that the build in this video on the exterior is a lot darker. Like we've used a dark chocolatey wall color, and in the thumbnail, it's going to probably be a lighter color. And that's not meant to be clickbait. That's purely because when I was taking the screenshots, these builds, they blend like into the volcano behind them. So in the thumbnails, it kind of looked like when it was smaller, like it was nothing. So that's why I just changed the colors purely for that. But you can obviously see that if you want to download it, you can, and it's just going to look just as nice if you want to do lighter colors or darker colors. I just thought that having the chocolate browns would make it kind of blend into the background a little bit more nicely and seamlessly. And I felt like this family are kind of all about that, keeping the environment untouched as possible. And yeah, I think it's good. I've always had a great appreciation for architecture that works with its surroundings. One of my favorite things is actually old castles that have been renovated into nice residential homes. So they keep as much as they can of the old castle, even if it's half fallen down, and then they incorporate it into the new building, or really anything that's been renovated and keeps the original merged with the new, I absolutely adore. And I also think if you're completely building a new home, sometimes if it doesn't spoil the environment, like when there's those homes, not always even modern, they can be traditional too, but homes that are kind of built into a hill where the grass kind of goes over the roof and you don't really know a house is there. I love that. But usually that kind of thing is very expensive to do. So not everyone has the luxury to be able to have an architect who can do that and then the funds to actually build it that way. But if I was loaded, that's what I would do. I reckon that'd be sick. Also, I wanted to have some curtains just in front of this archway. Obviously, it's very open to the environment, but we're going to use some of the beautiful new curtains that are kind of tied in the middle so Sims can walk through them. And we've also got some lot traits in this Let's Play where we have volcanic lot. So it does mean that the volcano is going to be erupting sometimes. So we may get a few eruptions during the Let's Play. I just wanted to see what would happen. We also have the island spirits, which is a really cool trait as well, because you actually get these gorgeous magical spirits just kind of hovering around the home, and you can interact with them. And when you interact with them, sometimes they'll give you some good luck or good vibes, so then your sim can excel at skills more quickly, or they get like a happy moodlet. Haven't explored it too much at this stage, but it's really pretty and really beautiful to see, actually. If you've been watching the LP, you will know about that. But I've been really enjoying these new traits. I think they put some really nice thought into them. And then we've got some curtains here, super cute. Love that. Also love that wall hanging with the tongue sticking out of it. So cheeky, so cool. I love it. And then we're using a few of the counters from actually Jungle Adventure, because the other ones were a little bit too modern, I thought, that came with this pack. Another awning there, table. We've got some beach towels outside. Beach towels are obviously a new item. You can sunbake on them. We've got this little sink, and that sink does work off the grid, and I think it's great because it actually looks like it works off the grid as well. It looks like it's kind of a DIY sink that maybe works from some plumbing that's from a well or something like that beneath the house, or a water tank. It just looks like it would work off the grid. So I do like that they've allowed this trait to work with the items that should look off the grid. And then this is just our little bathroom area. You could delete this bathroom. You don't have to have it, but I felt like they probably do want it. They probably want a toilet. And I did see some comments from you guys saying, why don't you get the woodwork table and level up the handiness skills so you can like buy, or you can build your own toilet, like the wooden one that looks really off the grid-esque. I kind of wish whilst doing this build I thought about that and just grabbed it from Hidden Objects cheat, because that would suit the build a lot better than having like a modern looking toilet in there. Popping some plants around. These plants are really beautiful. We have the traditional Carver drink bowl where you can make Carver drink, which I really loved seeing in this pack. I think one thing that The Sims are doing a really good job at the moment is adding diversity to the game, and they do want to represent different cultures in the world and be sensitive to that too. I think the update that they recently had for Pride Month was really nice. I know there was a couple of little hiccups with the flags. I think they were missing the lesbian representation flag, but that was obviously an honest mistake. So that was a shame. But I think, you know, the effort they're putting into it is a really positive thing, and it's really nice to see in the gaming industry as well. So I definitely commend The Sims for doing that. And also the fact that in this game you can help conserve the island, like the conservation career. I do like that that's been added in, and there is that environmental awareness and living off the grid. It's really good. So I'm glad that we've been heading in that direction, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it too. I think that'll be good. And of course, when they added the ability to have gender fluid Sims in Creator Sim, that was really nice too. So well done, we like you. And here's just a couple of skill building items, because we want our Sims to still be able to have fun, even though they don't have electric items like computers and TVs and iPads and all of that. Oh, and these wind chimes, which I think came from the backyard stuff pack. Love those wind chimes. Made the mistake of putting one from the ceiling in the bedroom, because that keeps them up at nighttime. They get really angry when you do that. So you might want to delete that one in the room if it's not already removed when I uploaded it. Speaking of which, I'll try and upload this as soon as possible. I actually have no internet right now. The only reason why this video is uploaded is because I'm uploading off my mobile data. So I'll try and remember to upload this to the gallery whilst I'm uploading this video. The username is Deligracy, so you can search for Deligracy. Make sure to check the box, show lots with custom content. Even though there is no custom content, there's a little bit of a glitch where it says I've used custom content. Here is the finished build. You can see how they like blend into the mountains. Sorry about that. That's why I had to change the thumbnail, but it actually works really nicely because you can't see them very easily. And I love this volcanic rock. I love that the water isn't far away, that there's a waterfall nearby, and that it's on the neighborhood that you need to work on the conservation career with. So it's kind of like your perfect home for doing that type of thing. And I'm glad you guys wanted to see it, so thanks for those comments. Anyway, you guys, I hope you are having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are in the world, and I can't wait to speak to y'all soon. So.